Hey everybody, Chris with C-Trex Outdoors, and it's 7:45 on Thanksgiving evening, and I'm all loaded up here heading towards Kentucky. I'm gonna do kind of a couple loops down there at the Red River Gorge. So been excited about this, been wanting to go down to Red River Gorge for a while, and had a 4-day weekend, so I thought I'd take about 3 days and go down there and see what it's about. So got about a 5-hour drive, so I head down there and probably find some place to sleep down there. There's a little rest area, I think, down there in Slade. So I'll head that way, and we'll probably talk to you from the trail in the morning. Talk to you later. Going through this tunnel at the Daniel Boone National Forest over here by the Red River Gorge. It's pretty crazy how narrow this is. Pretty much one lane, and I guess if you meet somebody has to back up. Awesome. Well, good morning. Made it here to the trailhead. It's about 9 o'clock or so. Got my permit this morning, and just getting loaded up here, getting ready to head out. I'm at the Sheltowee Trailhead over here. We'll take this over to the Suspension Bridge, and again, but it's a beautiful morning. It's about 30 degrees this morning, but yeah, sun's shining as you can see, and it's going to be a nice day. So I'll catch up with you later. Well, got on the trailhead here at the Sheltowee Trace Trail. Walking down this trail here along this river. Beautiful this morning. About 30 degrees or so. And so follow this trail along until we get to the Suspension Bridge, and then we'll cross the river. So, but ready to get started here, and kind of see what this area has. Not been here before, been wanting to come down here for a couple years. I know some guys that's been here. A lot of rock formations, just a beautiful area. That is one big rock. Can you imagine where that thing came from? Probably down the side of that mountain there. Nice shot of the river and the see that Suspension Bridge up there. That's where we're headed to. Peaceful morning. suspension bridge here. It's kind of unique. I always kind of wonder what it takes to put these up and string these cables across. Probably not near as easy as what we think. But anyway, a little shaky. Bigger rock we seen earlier on the other side. Just imagine that thing come sliding down off the side of that mountain. Big force, a big rock. So it looks like I've got a little water crossing here. Let's see what's going to be the best option to stay dry. I'm not sure I'm a wire walker, but that looks like the best way to stay dry. Probably gotta get my trekking poles out here and try to navigate this without getting too wet. Well, I was able to traverse the logs there with the help of my hiking poles, so it wasn't too bad. Just had to get rid of some layers and got my poles out and take it slow, so wasn't too bad. It was really pretty nice. Okay, so this is like the fourth river crossing, or stream crossing. I keep calling it rivers, but they're really streams and creeks, but this one at least got rocks on it. Yeah, I made it up to this little ridge here, and I got all the stream crossings done. Met a guy there on the trail who's told me kind of where to go to Hansons Point, so I'm gonna try and find this Hansens Point. He says about 30 minutes off the trail, and then we'll head to Graze Arch, which is about 4.5 miles, 4 miles maybe. So this is the trek through these rocks. Looks like pretty cool overhang right there. Nice place if you guess you got in a rainstorm, be a nice place to kind of hang out. Be a nice big waterfall over your head. Pretty cool. But in a mad rainstorm, this is okay, as you can see, we're at the crossroads. Sheltowee Trace is to our right, and Graze Arch is about 4.5 miles that way, so that's where we're headed to. As you can see, here's some more of these rock formations. That's kind of what this area is known for, is a rock and the formations through here. The Red River Gorge geological area, that's what they call it. So finally starting to make a little climb, a little elevation here, so got to go up another several hundred feet out here, I think. So, but little view. Yeah, just another small lookout point here. Just a peaceful day on the trail.
Kind of got up into the pines here a little bit. Just a quiet day. Running into a couple guys on the trail. One guy, well, two guys tell me where the Hansons Point's at, so hopefully I find that. Little climb there, not too bad, but stopped a couple times. Still getting my trail legs underneath of me, but up in these pines here is very peaceful. Pack's carrying good, no major issues there. Actually, pretty good balance, I think. I'm getting up about 29 pounds, which is heavier than what I want to be. But man, it's just amazing to be out here in creation and peaceful. The weather's warmed up nicely. It's got to be in the 40s, close to 50. Probably gonna shed another layer when I stop here again. So yeah, it's about, I don't know, 11:30. So probably get up here by this Hansons Point, turn off, and maybe grab something to eat, take a little break. Been stopping, taking a lot of pictures, playing around with my camera and video, and so haven't got as far as I thought I'd be, but that's all right. That's what I'm here to do, is kind of play around with some gear, experiment, and just relax a little bit. Come to this little rock surface area here. Up on this ridge. Like some people have been pretty busy carving. Hey everybody, I made it to the top of Hansons Point. Little side trail here. I took off the main trail, but this is kind of a big rock formation. Kind of winds up along that whole ridge over there, and just a lot of good views. And if you can see a little spot way down there is where my pickup's at. So I kind of walked all the way back around this ridge and up here. So I'll hope you guys are having fun. I am. Weather's great and doing fine. I'll talk to everybody later. pretty easy. Didn't couple tough climbs, but nothing too crazy, you know. Stopped a couple times, took my time. Trail was a little muddy, but it's actually pretty nice, really. Little spam single for lunch. A Kirkland nut bar, walnuts, and a little bit of peanut butter. Well, I took a little rabbit trail off the main trail trying to look for a campsite for tonight. It's only about 3 o'clock, but I'm ready to set up. So got up on this ridge, so I'm still about a mile from Graze Arch, but that's okay. I'll hit that tomorrow. But just kind of this little, it's like there's a little campsite back there, but let's walk on up here a little bit. Like several places up here, but I was gonna move on to Graze Arch, but I'm not sure what's in that area, and I know that trail started heading back down. I kind of want to be up on the top, even though it's supposed to rain tonight. We'll see. So I think this little spot right here looks like this could be home for tonight. Couple trees there to hang from. Maybe a little bit exposed for the weather, but we'll see what the rain does, and maybe it won't be too bad. So I'll start setting up. Well, I kind of got camp made up here, and I think I'm set up for the night. I'll probably lower that tarp down when it before I go to bed in case it starts raining. It's supposed to about 10 o'clock tonight or so. So still deciding. I don't know if I'm going to make a fire or not. Might put some out here, but we'll see. At least I'm set up and chilling out here just a little bit. Been at about 7 miles a day, so I'm good. Okay, got my pot going. 2 1/4 cups of water. We're gonna have some shepherd's pie tonight. A little bit on my gear set up here. My Osprey pack, my Atmos 65. Got that a couple years ago. I do have a Garmin 64 that I use. I'm not sure I'm sold on it yet, but it does the job. I use All Trails on my phone. It seems to be pretty accurate. So got my hammock set up. Hammock gear tarp, 12-footer. Got my Chameleon, my Dutchware Chameleon. I just got maybe a couple months ago here. I've had it in the backyard, but really have not had it out yet. So this is the maiden voyage for it. I've got a DIY synthetic underquilt there, a 3/4 that I put together. I guess my mother-in-law put it together. I shouldn't say I did. I bought the materials from Ripstop by the roll. So, and I've got a Outdoor Vital synthetic 30-degree bag in there. I've been using that in my backyard, and actually things done pretty good up to I've had it down at 30 degrees and stayed plenty warm with it, but I did have a heavier underquilt, so well, we'll see how that goes tonight. It's not supposed to get down to but about 40, 41, 42 tonight, so it shouldn't be too bad as far as temperature goes. But like we're starting to get a flame there. I do have a new Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisper jacket, down jacket that I just got not too long ago. Really like it. Just been kind of wearing it around the house a little bit, and outside doing some little chores and stuff, but really like this jacket. It's really lightweight, it's warm. So I've got that. I also have a down vest with me tonight that I may have to put on if I don't wear the jacket to sleep in. But so anyway, that's my setup there, and I got camp made here. I was gonna do a fire tonight, but I don't know. It's a little windy, and I had trouble finding fire material and some sticks, some down stuff. So I did kind of get a start there, but I think I'm just gonna go without the fire. I don't. Kind of tired tonight, so after sleeping in the parking lot in the back of my truck last night, so in the back seat, but I think I'm just going to grab something to eat and maybe make myself a cup of coffee, and I'm just going to crawl in my hammock and just chill out a little bit, and maybe read a little bit of God's Word and see what He has to say here. So it's really great to get out here and just kind of get away from everything. And I do have cell service here, but I've turned my phone off. Kind of save my battery. I do have a battery pack, a couple of them, but just kind of want to save it. But anyway, it's all good. We're all set up here tonight. Rain's supposed to come in about 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna batten down the hatches and everything, and we'll see how it goes here. I'll get down tight. As long as the wind doesn't blow, I don't have a problem. I usually don't get wet. I've been in rain before, so with this hammock, or not with this hammock, but with this tarp. So all right, sounds good. We'll talk to you maybe later tonight. Well, got my shepherd's pie all done here. Let's see if you can see that. Looks yummy. Anyway, get that out. So I'm gonna eat that, maybe a cup of coffee, and get done eating. I'll go hang my bear bag up and kind of chill out. Well, I had got my supper ate, got things put away, got my bear bag hung, got my tarp all cinched down pretty good, just in case it blows a little bit tonight, but it should be all cinched down, ready for the rain. It's supposed to start around 12:30, so we'll see what happens, but I'm all snugged in and everything put away and tucked under, and I'm probably gonna sack out here soon. Well, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sure you can hear that rain out there. I woke up here, I don't know, I've been awake off and on, but rain started about 10 o'clock, and just little sprinkles, and about midnight it got a little heavier, but wind's blowing a little bit. But, everything seems to be dry. Stuff underneath me on my little cloth I have down there is a little damp, but nothing too bad. But tent sides or shelter sides are starting to creep in on me a little bit on occasion with the wind, but otherwise all dry, but it's cooled off a little bit, so, but not too bad. It sounds like this rain set in for a while, so we'll just try and get a little more sleep and see what happens in the morning. Good morning. It's about 7 o'clock. The rain just slowing down now, but it rained about all night. I got water standing about everywhere around me, and I stayed pretty dry in here though, but I kept waking up and checking things just to make sure I wasn't getting too wet. A little bit of spray and splash on my pack and stuff. I had my pack cover over it and a few things underneath my hammock. For the most part, stayed dry and warm, a little windy, but I was more worried about the water puddling up off my tarp here around it. But other than that, not too bad, I guess. So we'll see what happens here in a little bit, and hopefully the rain quits, and I'll probably just make some coffee and get around here and let things dry out just a minute before I pack up and head out. Well, I kind of got camp made up here, and I think I'm set up for the night. I'll probably lower that tarp down when before I go to bed, in case it starts raining. It's supposed to about 10 o'clock tonight or so. So still deciding. I don't know if I'm going to make a fire or not. Might put some out here, but we'll see. At least I'm set up and chilling out here just a little bit. Been at about 7 miles a day, so I'm good. Well, I got up, got out. It's kind of stopped raining here, but went over here to get my bear bag down, which I did get it down. But my rope and my carabiner are kind of stuck up in this tree, and I don't know how to get it out. So, I don't know. I'm gonna try and pull on a little bit and kind of fish it around and see if not. I guess I'll have to cut the line. But I guess that's the way it goes sometimes. Maybe a little coffee this morning. My alcohol stove cooking there. Didn't bring my windbreak with me, so that could be a problem. Yeah, that should help. Okay, it's starting to rain again. The coffee water is pretty well ready. My makeshift windscreen there. And it's time for the old cafe busto. Let that go for a little bit. Start to boil. So I'll get me a cup of Java here and see what this rain does. If I get another next break in rain, I'll probably just try and tear it down real quick and throw the rain gear on and away we'll go. So, but for now it's still kind of early. We'll just kind of chill out here. Not gonna push today. Just gonna take it easy. Well, remember how I said I wasn't gonna do any mountain house, but a little rainstorm came through, so I decided to get my scrambled eggs out, and it's kind of stopped raining now. But got my stove cooking there, and I think it's about to a boil. So. I think we'll have a little mountain house and sit here and see what happens. It's just a little after 8 o'clock now anyway, so not too late yet, but I'd like to get tore down and be on the trail by 9 here, so we'll see how it goes. I don't want to put away a bunch of wet stuff, but I'm in no hurry today. So gonna go to Graze Arch, which I didn't make it yesterday, and then off on that spur trail there, and then if I decide to head down south to those other arches, time pending, then I'll do that. But for now, I'll just kind of play it by ear. Well, I made another pot of coffee, or another cup of coffee. Here I got my Mountain House scrambled eggs with bacon. However, I think I got a little too much water in it there. It looks like it's a little runny, but I didn't really measure it out. I was supposed to have like a cup, and I looked inside my pot and kind of put what I thought was a cup in there, but maybe a little too much. But yeah, it'll be just fine. So rain stopped here. I'm gonna eat this and get packed up here, I think, and get out of here so I can hit the trail. Well, I'm all packed up for the most part. Gotta finish my pack. Gonna probably put my rain gear on. I got my rain pants on. Probably gonna put my raincoat on and put my pack cover on just in case. It's supposed to be a little rainy till about noon, but I'm gonna check the weather one more time. But as you can see, got the camp pretty well cleaned up, and so rain's been holding out for a little bit, so I think it's been a good time to, everything's kind of wet. My tarp was a little wet, kind of stuck it up in the back there. Maybe it'll dry out. And my little floor mat I have there, it's keep that in there in the back too. So I think it's supposed to clear off later today. Maybe we can dry some stuff out. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll hit the trail. Here comes the rain again, so we'll see how it goes here. It's just gonna take it easy. There's a nice slippery track down this wooden steps, but I guess it's better than a mudslide. Somebody spent some time putting in these wooden steps. I'm kind of glad they're here. See some more of those rock formations up there. I was back up behind me, up on that top of that ridge behind me, but last night. White blaze, always good to see that you're still on the trail. You can see. Pretty awesome tree root formation. Just kind of wrapped right around that old rock. It's amazing how plants can adapt. Just seek water, nutrition, whatever they need to grow. This was Graze Arch. It's kind of amazing how that water would just erode that rock away. Well, made it to, here's Graze Arch again. Made it up here, it's kind of awesome. You can see that. Just some neat rock formations. Decent climb up here. Let's see, came down that way. I'll go back towards the parking lot, take the stairs up and take their trail and circle on around here, but yep, this is Graze Arch. A little tribute to a gentleman, Jim Gaff, who must have hiked this a lot and got a little too close or something, and fell from Graze Arch and died. Looks like in 1986. So, just a little reminder of the dangers of hiking, and even though when you get close to an edge and you think you're okay, it doesn't take but one little slip, fall, lose your balance or wind to take you out. So just a good reminder. So I stopped here at this Graze Arch parking lot and grabbed me something to eat real quick and kind of dry off a little bit. Put my rain gear back on. It's still kind of spitting rain. It's supposed to be clearing off here soon. But so anyway, getting everything put back in and nice little area here. So I got a little road walk to do and before I grab the trail. So did get me some a little bit of lunch here too. Another stream crossing. Just crossed one back there. It's about 25 yards, but a lot of stream crossings in this part. But it's pretty. Most of them have been pretty manageable. There's always rocks laid in there, so hadn't been too bad. There was one that was a little tricky, but for the most part, they've all been good. Even with the rain we had last night, it probably wasn't enough to raise anything anyway. So I just turned onto the Koomer Ridge Trail, and I'm gonna head down to see the hidden arch. About a mile and a half or so down there, but finally got up on top of this ridge here. You can see the stuff that I'm trekking through right now. And the rain was more than just last night, but anyway, I'll trek through it and go see the hidden arch, and then I'll probably come back up this trail and find a campsite here somewhere tonight. Well, I guess that is the hidden arch. Some more interesting erosion patterns in this rock. Over there. I did go up those stairs just to see what was up there. Nothing too exciting, I guess. All right, I'm gonna trek back up there and find another campsite here, and maybe a couple 3 miles or so before it gets dark. Well, made up on this little ridge up above the trail. I don't know, a couple 100 feet maybe, or 100 feet maybe. But anyway, I'm off the trail and got my setup up, got my tarp and hammock, everything up. Got my rain gear sitting there drying. Everything was still wet from this morning, but I got it starting to get it all put up, and I'm going to start some water and start fixing me something to eat. I'm about starved. Didn't have much for lunch today and just had a little trail mix here for a minute, but I'm ready to sit down. Had about 11 miles today. So I got about probably two and a half to get out of here tomorrow, maybe 3 at the most, but time I walk to the truck. So shouldn't be too far to get out of here, but sun's kind of coming out and it's clearing off. It's supposed to be a nice night. I don't think it's supposed to get too cold. I'm still in the 40s, so and shouldn't be near as much wind here tonight. So should be all good, and I'm ready to get something to eat and kind of just kick back just a little bit. Hey, good morning. Second day. It's about 7:45 or so. Getting up already, starting to pack up camp this morning. Had a restful night. You can see there's a lot of fog in the area. These trees just dripped with water like all night long, just like it was almost like it was raining, but it's just a slow drip. I could just hear it. Inside of my tarp is even wet. The moisture in the air is just really thick, and as you can see. But anyway, had a good night, quiet. There is a stream down below here that I can hear running, and so I just kind of listened to that a little bit. And But overall, had some good rest. Woke up several times, but that's to be expected, normal. I got a couple cold spots and had to readjust my underquilt. But I'm going to skip breakfast here this morning, probably. Just going to pack up, and I got about maybe 2.5 miles or so to get out, I think. So I'm going to get things loaded up and hit the trail. Went through a little stretch of these little pines here. It's just kind of hazy and foggy here this morning. Water dripping off trees. Just something about walking down by that stream, just relaxing, and just, even though it's work carrying your pack and up and down hills, but there's just a solitude about it at times. It just helps you clear your mind and focus on things that are important. And look around and see God's creation, and it's just keeps you in awe at times, and just kind of an awesome feeling. And even though you're kind of out here alone at times, and but there's just something about that solitude that just helps refresh you and clear your head. Anyway, not too far from the truck probably, so, or at least that suspension bridge. So we'll continue this and stretch us out. This is the Red River, hence the name Red River Gorge. Kind of middle of the suspension bridge, which is a little shaky, but not bad. See the highway is just right up there above the bridge. There's a parking spot up in there somewhere where you could park right up there, and then just walk down to this trail, but I chose the bigger lot down the way, but got an extra couple miles out of it. Made it back to the truck, and I'm gonna unload some stuff here and get on the road and go find me probably some hot coffee. So I didn't have anything this morning, but been a good trip. I'll maybe do an update later, but this is it, Red River Gorge, Kentucky. It was a great 2-day or 3-day, 2-night trip. So we'll see you next time.